Hello everyone and welcome back to EVE Online with me, Pastor CJ Kent, the one and only. Let's get the music started here. Man, somehow this always ends up just a touch louder than I expect it to be. Okay, and there we go. So today we are mixing it up a little bit. We're going to be doing some mission running. Occasionally I will do this off screen just to build up standings, maybe create new deep safes, all that kind of stuff, just depending on where the mission location ends up being in system. But rarely have I done it on camera. I did the epic arc for Sisters of Eve. That's kind of how we started this whole series, and I don't know, I'm just feeling like tonight's a good night to just run some missions. That seems like the play. So yeah, I'm in the Arbitrator. We've got so much, probably so much more ammo than we will need for this whole thing, and I think we should just get out there and start running these. Now my standings currently with Artists Poor Family allow me to do level 2 missions for them in the security branch. I do have my skills as high as they'll go for an alpha in security connections, negotiations, social, like all the stuff that matters for running missions. I know it's level 2 is pretty dismal, but like I'm not an Omega, so that's the best that I can do. And so yeah, we're just gonna get out there, we're gonna run these missions and see how much standing it gets us. I would really love to get the level 3s, because like that's the pinnacle for security missions for alpha players. So let's get out there and do what we do. Unfortunately, there's no agents in this station, which is mostly blocked by my overview cover, so you can't tell that so much. But yeah, I actually have to go to a different station to get the agents I use. So let's get out there and do that.
Warp drive active.
So I also thought about doing salvage for these, but I think we're just gonna let the salvage on these ones go. I have a ship for it, I normally do it, but I'm not really feeling moving the ship all the way over here, and I don't want to bounce back and forth between two stations after every mission. It just seems tedious. So yeah, we'll just run a mission, finish it, run the next one. You know how it goes. And then we've got more ammo back at the main station if need be, but I think we'll be relying mostly on our drones. Because yeah, these missions are a little bit lower level than what the ship's capable of. Usually. The last one was kind of a kick in the pants. So we'll see how it goes. If you do it the way that they tell you to do it, they're a little bit lower level than what the ship's capable of. I'll say that. I was trying to do it my own way, and yeah, it went pretty rough. All right, so what's this mission we got? Okay, it's 2 of 3. I did run the first one off camera earlier in the week, and I believe we are scouting to see if there are any safe routes for them to do this thing that they're doing. So there's the mission info if you're interested in that. We're gonna go ahead and accept, close this out, and undock. Now, since it's a scouting thing, we literally probably won't need to launch drones or anything at all, which, you know, works, I guess. Warp to the location.
Drive active.
Okay, this is in the direction of literally everything else. 18.3 AU in this direction, though, which makes it a potential candidate as a deep safe. No, it's in the direction of everything else. It's going to be... I think it's going to be on top of all this other stuff. Nevertheless, I will check the map. Just to be sure. Yeah, that's touching everything. Okay. But not so much. Let's hit this acceleration gate.
Warp drive active.
And see what this mission has in store for us. Really, this is just a fly through each acceleration gate as fast as you can kind of thing. Okay. Let's see an acceleration gate. There we go. Locked down. That's interesting. Who am I gonna have to kill to get that unlocked? That's really the question. Actually gonna take this nice and slow, I think. Gonna burn through our capacitor any sooner than we have to. Unfortunately, the RB is not quite as quick without the the micro warp drive as the Dragoon was. So that's like the one downside of this ship. Also that it's not cap stable with both of these modules running. Even just with this one running, it's not cap stable, which I kind of don't love, but it's okay. Let's just directly approach this. I was going to orbit, but I don't think we need to. Need to approach indestructible acceleration gate. Okay. Yep, that's what we're doing. And really, if we're not doing salvage, we probably don't need the locations list up for all of this. How far out is this? 25 kilometers. Okay, we're gonna have to use the booster. I can't. I just can't. It's too far away. We literally moved 3 times faster with it on, so. There they are. Okay, let's orbit this. Turn these off. Alright, let's get that shield hardener on. Alright, I'm going to start using the missiles to hit this other sentry gun. And we'll move the drones over to that here in a second. Alright, let's get these reloaded here. Airlock some more targets. Alright, let's actually start approaching some of these turrets, because they're way, way out of range for us. Okay, so technically I could go dock up like right now, but where's the fun in that? Technically that's still locked down, so darn. Yeah, that's what I thought. 40. I just gotta get in range of this guy and we can take that out. We can actually just shut this off for now, though. Give our capacitor a chance to recharge while we approach. Doesn't seem like it's even firing at this distance. There we go. Now it's firing. Yep, I got it. Good one. Alright, let's get our drones back and go see what our MTU managed to scoop. Like I said, I don't think we're going to bother with salvage on any of these missions. We're just going to pick up whatever modules are dropped and head on back. Yeah, it seems like everything is over there. So let's just get over there just a touch faster. Alright, let's get docked up. Go ahead and stack everything.
Drive active.
Okay. I mean, not a bad haul, honestly. Let's turn in this mission and see what they've got for us next. And obviously, like, lighten our load here just a bit.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, so first of all, item hanger. Item hanger. Technically, this is a... probably... well, I'll hold into it. It's for, like, if we leave the system, but that might happen on one of the missions, I'm not sure. Alright, all in the item hanger. Perfect. Let's stack this. And turn this mission. Okay, so let's request the next one. Alright, next area will be scouting is known to be filled with hazardous radioactive materials. Great. Be a waste dump. Contains no mineral wealth at all, so it's not a popular attraction for gold diggers. Okay, so let's accept this and see where it takes us. I didn't look at the opportunities thing. Earn 50 LP, destroy 25 non-capsules. I think we'll manage to do at least those two things by the end of the episode. So let's up to it.
Warp drive active.
You are 30.1 AU away. Dang, that's quite a distance, actually. Okay, this has deep safe potential, despite being in the direction of literally everything else on the map. Oh, because it's a toxic waste dump. Gotcha. Let's look at solar system map and where we are on it. Nah, we're still too close to stuff. Dang. Alright, let's jump through the acceleration gate. Literally taking environmental damage from the toxic cloud. That should help alleviate some of that. Alright, not so much. We just need to get through here as quick as we can. It looks like there's a toxic cloud tornado thing. Kind of cool. Yikes, some of these hit decently hard. And like every single one is a hit, so. Not ideal. I did say to activate this, right? Hopefully. Start of this song always reminds me of Stranger Things. And then less so once it like gets going, but the start does. Anyone else out there a Stranger Things fan? I literally didn't start watching it until they were like 3 seasons deep. But then kind of got hooked, so. Pretty good show. I'm very much looking forward to the next season coming out whenever that happens. I know they've had a lot of challenges getting there, but excited for it when they do. I'll probably turn this off. Okay, looks like we managed to complete the mission. So, no actual hostile forces in this one. We're just able to use that as a waypoint. And then this spot in particular isn't... Yeah, still too close to everything. The acceleration gates don't move you very far in terms of, like, AUs. So it looks like that's the route that they can use for whatever they're doing. Relatively safe.
Docking permission requested.
Hopefully these next few missions will be a little bit more combat oriented.
Docking request accepted.
There we go. Alright, let's request a new mission. Technological secrets. We're looking for Tuker mercenaries. Okay, so kill off a bunch of people, wait for reinforcements to show up, and then kill them also. But recover the captain alive. Sounds like fun. Nice advertisement for Brave there. Seen a few of them out in the wild. Seem like decent folk. Warp to the location.
Warp drive active.
Okay, how far out? 17.9. Yeah, that's not going to be a good candidate. Yeah, so basically bookmarking something in one of the dead space pockets for a mission is how I got all my deep safes that I have. So if you're ever looking to do something like that, that's a good way to go about it. Zipman Matar doesn't hate me enough already. Actually, with diplomacy, the relationship isn't terrible currently, but like it's not great either. That's okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna have that big nasty fight on my hands in this mission. That's okay though. Get the drones back in. We'll turn off the field hardener for now, while we wait for reinforcements to arrive. And there they are. Put the hardener back on. And basically we're just waiting for them to target me before we launch drones, so that they don't target the drones. Moving towards me is also fine. Typically means they will target me, but well, there's the air daily goal. Oh, drone's back in. Hardener off. I don't know if they're going to send any more reinforcements. I think it may have just been that one wave, so let's move to open the tractor MTU thing here. Looks like it's got a couple wrecks to pull in, but nothing that had cargo. Well, it looks like we should expect some more guests. Unless he just pops into your thing. And I guess that more reinforcements are on the way. Cargo hold does not currently contain a mercenary pilot. So I'm just like missing a cargo container somewhere. Well, while we're waiting, let's claim our daily rewards here. There we go. Get the hardener on. Oh my, okay. A couple of them this time. Yep, they're mad. Definitely a cargo container this time, so I imagine this will be the last wave of these guys. And there's 4 wrecks that's still working on pulling in that have cargo. Technically, the mercenary pilot could be in any of those also. Nah, he's in here. But yeah, that's probably the last wave. Yeah, we can recall the drones. And it looks like it's got 1 more wreck to pull in. Then it's back to base and turn in our mission.
Warp drive active.
Back everything. Cool, here's a piece. Yeah, I've definitely been enjoying using the Arbitrator. It's it's a good ship. It almost feels like cheating on level 2 missions.
Docking permission requested.
Not gonna lie.
Docking request accepted.
Yeah, so anything that shouldn't be in here right now, let's go ahead and take out. And just toss in the item hanger. We'll transport all this to the main station later. Right now, let's turn in our mission. Alright, captive is no longer of use to us. Damn. Let's request the next mission. Do some more investigating on the Thuker mercenary incident. Help a great deal if we knew the true identity of the pilot you captured. To do that, I need professional help. Okay, so looks like it's actually a transport mission, which is interesting. We're picking it up here, taking it over here, and grabbing a DNA sample. So that's fine. Let's set our destination for this area. And hop in the item hanger. The DNA sample in our ship. Close this. And we are actually going to deactivate our shield relays for this one. So our capacitor recharges fast enough for us to jump there and jump back. Hey, how's it going, sir? What you up to tonight? Also playing Eve or just watching? Or playing something else?
Warp drive active.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, there's definitely some activities in this game where you can for sure do both. Mining comes to mind, but you know, I'm sure it's not the only one. And I do enjoy some mining. Like, it's not the most profitable activity, but it's very relaxing. Actually just running some missions tonight. Trying to work on the standings for some of the people in the system I operate out of.
Warp drive active.
Plus, it gives me a chance to play with the Arbitrator, which I'm really enjoying. So yeah, not the most profitable activity ever, but fun, you know? Plus, we've done like a lot of wormhole content lately, so I thought a break from that probably welcome. But this one's like the second in a 3-part mission chain, and it just happens to be like a transport mission, so. I don't love that they throw these into the security missions like this. But like, for storyline purposes, in a lot of cases it makes sense, so I do get it. I mean, it depends on what you're doing, I guess. So there is a chance that like your standings can get low enough that the major empires attack you when you get in their systems. So in that case, it's not like pointless. Just keeping the standings up high enough that they don't do that. You have to piss them off pretty bad for that, though. And then otherwise, it's a lot of like tax rates and stuff. So like if you're doing a lot of the market trading or like industry stuff, you can do it cheaper if you have higher standings with the people who own the stations, like the NPC stations. So yeah, if you're doing that stuff, it's definitely not pointless. If you're doing other stuff, then yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to buy and sell on the market. That's just part of the game. So I guess it helps in some situations, but probably not enough to really be super noticeable. Yeah, so it depends on what you've got going on, what you like to do.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, for what I do, like the wormhole exploration stuff, it's probably in that secondary category. It's not like super directly useful,
Docking request accepted.
but like when I go to sell my stuff I find on market, like I'll have lower tax rates and stuff. So assuming I'm selling it at a station where I have like good standings. But no, mostly like I just find the missions fun, so that's kind of the idea for those. All right, let's head back to where we were. So what is it you are up to tonight? Said you didn't do a whole lot of the wormhole exploration. So maybe mining? If I'm watching something at the same time, that's usually what I'm doing, but
Warp drive active.
there's some bounty money. Gotta love that. Yep, I know about the long breaks for sure. Okay, very cool. Yeah, so that's basically what I did. This character is a new character after a super long break. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, as an explorer, like, that's mostly what I do, so hopefully I don't run into you when you're doing that, but yeah, no, I get it. That's the fun for some people, and obviously avoiding the people who are doing that is kind of the fun for for me, so gotta love it. But yeah, honestly, if you did null exploration, it's really, wormhole exploration's not a lot different. You just can't see people in local. And then some of the null sites are obviously don't pop up, like the shipyard facilities and stuff like that. But like the central, local, regional, that kind of stuff will spawn in C1s through C3s. Yeah, it definitely would, because you know the tricks that explorers use to generally try to avoid getting ganked, so.
Warp drive active.
I'm sure switching from doing exploration yourself to PvP very worried about bait. Yeah, that's fair. I think the best thing you could probably do is like go into a wormhole, scan down sites that you know an explorer would want, like a crumbling relic site or whatever, and rather than run the content yourself, you bookmark the warp-in spot, and then a lot of people will cloak and hide out in the site. But you can also kind of like position yourself so that you'll see them on D-scan when they're moving into the site, and then warp in at the same time. Yeah, the hard thing with hunting explorers is like if they want to be slippery, especially in wormholes where you can't see them on local, it's hard to nail them down. But like with anything in this game, if you're not paying attention, easy pickings.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And I'm pretty sure if you're Omega and using like cloaks and stuff, you won't even show up on D-scan when you're cloaked. Now, if they have combat probes, you'll show up on there, is my understanding. But yeah, the D-scan won't help them.
You are, it seems, a man of many skills.
Nice. Yeah, that's me. I am super paranoid. As soon as I see anything on D-scan, or like, I literally have my overview set up when I go on a site to just show ships. So if a ship pops up on my overview, like, I'm out. I don't care if I'm in the middle of a hack or anything, like, I'm gone. And like, I'll set up perches and all kinds of stuff, so. Oh, I hadn't considered that, but yeah. Yeah, exploration ships are pretty squishy, typically, so that's not a bad idea. Yeah, as a new character, I don't know what you can, like, pilot, but like maybe a strat or a Nestor would be a solid smart bomb, like cloaky smart bomb platform. Yeah, I mean, there's that. There's that. I honestly haven't seen much of that in the time that I've been doing it. Granted, that's only been the past maybe like 4 to 6 months. But yeah, I think I've seen one bait thing, and like by the time I actually got there and realized it was bait, like I guess they had gotten bored and given up, because like the trap was set but nobody was there to like spring it. But yeah, I mean, that's the risk. That is definitely the risk. Okay, so we've got this. Let's undock and go run this last bit. But yeah, smart bombs are a solid play. I don't know if drones would help with the decloak thing either. Like, I don't know if you can launch them while you're in the process of decloaking or not. So, something to look into next time I'm Omega for a couple days. But I know that you can set them to aggressive and they'll start attacking stuff on their own. So that might be a way to get around the lock time stuff. Yeah, I love to use drones when people use the E-War stuff and like the ECM and everything, because they'll knock out my targeting, but then the drones just go around and indiscriminately kill everything around me. Interesting. Well, there we go. So yeah, set those bad boys to aggressive, decloak, launch them as fast as you can, and just watch the carnage. Yeah, I know there's like E-War drones now. I don't know if there's scram drones or not. I haven't really looked at them at all. But if there is, that could be a potential option. Okay. Well, that's out, I guess. So unless you can kill them faster than they can warp out, yeah, back to just locking them as fast as you can, I guess. Or smart bombing. Which again, you know, is a kill them before they can get away sort of thing, but probably more viable than drone damage. Oh yeah, kind of forgot about the stealth bombers, but that would be interesting. I guess you'd have to pick your targets though. Yes, awesome ship. So, 100%. I look forward to getting one myself. They seem amazing. And yeah, stealth bombers would be a little bit cheaper. Plus, like I said, you can kind of pick your targets, so if it looks like it's something that could fight back, you can just sort of skip it, and if it's just a generic explorer, then you can have at it. Yeah, I mean, I fly a Mars ship, so I love all the Sisters of Eve ships anyway, because, like, I literally have half the skills I need already done, and they're usually pretty perfect for what I like to do. Like, they do drones and cloaking, and they're kind of set up for exploration content, which is awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into a Strat or a Nestor eventually. Not soon, like, eventually. And running some of the other wormhole sites that have combat in them. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Oh, no, no. You don't shoot at my drones, buddy. You hit armor points, and I really hate that so much. Dang, nice. Yeah, that's impressive. I used an Astero for the Crimson Harvest event, and I did enjoy flying that, so I definitely didn't have a 0.95 align time, though. I was just a touch higher. Still sub 2, but yeah. Not quite sub 1. It was very impressive. Now mostly I'll use a metamorphosis. I think it has a few extra advantages that I find useful. But that's just me. Yeah, one more rack to pull in, then we can move on to the next part of this mission. They are expensive though. I think it's like 80 million just for the hull. Kind of crazy. The thing I'd like to get one to use for is Abyssal Dead Space runs. I could use it as a drone boat with like really good armor tanking abilities. I think it'd be good, but yeah, it's expensive. I'm sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, people do not appreciate you destroying those, but hey, I mean, that's... You gotta pay attention, right?
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, obviously no one likes to get ganked, but it is part of the game. And, like, if you're not taking the time to be super paranoid, I don't know what you expect. Especially if you're voluntarily going into a PvP area. Like, I get when people are upset when they're ganked in high sec. I mean, I don't personally do it, and I don't love to see it. I know it has like valid implications for the economy and whatnot. Because nowhere in the game should be completely safe. But yeah, if you're in a valid PvP zone, like wormhole, low sec, null sec, whatever, you're kind of volunteering to be PvP'd. So pay attention. Ooh. Which is crazy to me because like they're not cheap either. They're like 11 million a pop. Like, why would you leave that behind? I guess maybe if you like get killed and can't come back and finish out the mission, you just chalk it up as part of the loss. But and then like obviously the mission eventually despawns and the MTU is still there. I guess that's a valid reason for it, but yeah, it's... I would hope people aren't just leaving them behind willy-nilly. Like, I've got 13.1 million ISK of value in my cargo hold right now, and yeah, 10.5 of that is the MTU. So, I can't imagine just leaving one behind.
Docking request accepted.
Like, even when I see a situation is going badly, like, I still try to get back to my MTU and scoop it before I warp out. Hey, Wemoni 6276, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Obviously, we can switch these, and these, and these. Okay, and all of this, and this, and all of that. Perfect. Nice. I mean, whatever you gotta do, right? If nothing else, like, when you're exploring, if someone can get your character info up, they'll see the number of kills and they'll think that, you know, maybe not. So it works. It's a valid strategy. Now that you've said that though, like I kind of want to go around and like combat probe systems and see if I can find the MTUs and just like scoop them to like resell. Because like there's probably decent profit in that. Especially if they're all over the place. Alright, let's talk to this person. Turn this mission in. Alright, complete. Thank you. My paltry sum. Let's request another mission. Yeah, I mean, I think it counts. Oh, I wonder if it counts for any of the air career stuff, because like I still have a ton of Soldier of Fortune stuff to do. But if I can just like do it to people's MTUs that they've abandoned, that might be a thing to do. That'll be something to test eventually. Nice. That's really not bad. Okay, mission of mercy. A humanitarian mission. Okay, Sisters of Eve, send a medical drone with a vaccine. Okay, so am I killing someone? Okay, secure the medical drone and safe arrival of the repair teams. Sure, let's do that. And this is in Sedil. So let's set that destination. Only a couple jumps, so we should be good. Let's make sure our relays are on for this. Actually did that whole last mission with them off, so it shows you how overpowered this is for level 2 missions, but dang. Yeah, that's a question. Yeah, my best guess is just that they got killed during doing whatever they were doing, and either wouldn't or couldn't come back for the MTU. Maybe they didn't have it bookmarked and didn't know how to combat scan for it, or who knows. But yeah, that's a bit of a hit. Plus the MTU itself, so it's like 70 mil. So not a bad find. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. 100% that's the thing to do. I mean, that's literally how any combat personnel in real life does stuff. They have training simulation targets that don't shoot back, and they practice what they will do on the real thing on those targets. So, same thing, but just in a video game. So, yeah, I definitely applaud that. That is the way to go. Alright, let's warp to the mission site here.
Drive active.
Interestingly enough, other MMOs actually employ a system like that. They'll have like World of Warcraft, or I know they did it, and I think maybe the Old Republic. I haven't played a ton of MMOs, but I think they both have like training dummies in certain locations that you can just keep attacking forever, basically, which seems silly at first, but like it lets you plan out which abilities you use in what order, and just kind of see what works for that and what doesn't. Okay, let's launch our Q. We're going to orbit that. Let's lock onto these. Nope. Guns in. And that's why you wait for them to target you. Ah, I hate when they take armor damage. It's so frustrating. Like, shield damage is okay, but... yeah. Only killed one. That sucks. Pull these back in. They are a little too expensive to lose like that. Come on. Alright, so now we're trying to prioritize targets that are closest to us. And so far so good with them not attacking these drones. Come on. There we go. So yeah, I don't know if the goal is to actually like kill everything in this dead space area, or just like swoop in, recover the thing, and then get out. But I'm totally fine with just kill everything in the area. My usual strategy for these, and it seems to work out all right. No, stay on that, stay on that. Accidental key press. Yeah, like I said, this ship's kind of overpowered for the level 2 mission, so I figure why waste the ammo. I mean, I did lose one drone, so that kind of bit me in the butt. Now that we're down as low as we are, though, like, not much point in... Like, when things get real hairy, I'll start using the guns, but so far I haven't really needed to. Like, when I'm running the wormhole combat sites with this, or like trying to do calm abyssal dead space, I'm using everything I got. But yeah, for this, not so much. Let's open cargo, turn off our shield hardener. Like, I know the ammo's not really that expensive, and I literally have the blueprints to make more, so I really should just use it, but I haven't been. And it's probably just a bad habit, honestly. Nice, they got like medium drones in here. I don't know if I can carry all of that plus them to you. Yeah, I didn't think so. How short am I? Kind of a lot. Okay. So let's put this back in the MTU. I can't move it into... Okay. Yes, I am sure. Yes. New cargo containers being moved into the jettison dock that will be ready in 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Cool. I literally can't, like, jettison anything else until... And then this will pick it up immediately. Let's find the heaviest thing that we have then. It's possible. I mean, if they can't pull it in and then they warp off and don't bookmark it, and maybe they just can't find it again. Yeah, this is tiny, so it's not much. These are big though. How much am I still over? I jettison these, that should get us there. That would be 48, then 38. Yeah. So as soon as we're able, we'll just jettison these 2 drones that I don't really need. Or 3 drones, I guess, technically. 1 minute, 3 seconds. Okay, well, let's just hang out, I guess. Ugh. I hate that I lost a drone. That, like, frustrates me so bad. I know I should consider them ammo, but I just hate losing them. Especially when they're, like, Tech 2s or faction stuff, because I can't just make new ones. I can buy new ones, but I can't just make new ones. Alright, are we there yet? Feels like it's been a minute, 3 seconds. Oh, 5 seconds. Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, I've only got 5 cubic meters left in there. That's okay. Let's jettison those. Yes. The cargo container gets scooped, which is fine. We can scoop our MTU. And then that should leave a cargo container in space with the stuff it had inside. We'll just grab as much of it as we can. Yeah, like none of it. Honestly, let's try putting all of this in the cargo container. Along with both of these. And then see if we can get any of those drones. I can bring one. There's something. And then we'll just bring back as much of the ammo as we can. Cool. So let's leave that. I guess I can just bookmark this and maybe we'll come back for it. And maybe we won't. But let's... complete this remotely. Okay, cool. So that's done. Let's request a mission. Obviously, I'll need to head here to get it.
Warp drive active.
But what I should really do is leave some of this extra ammo that I have behind in the station. Because, like, I don't need all of that necessarily. And it's taking up a lot of the cargo space. That's alright, I think we got the important stuff.
Warp drive active.
And we just need to get back and get another mission. Maybe repair this drone while we're there. And this one actually also has a little bit of minor damage. Looks like those are the only two. And the mediums, I think we're all good. Yeah. Alright, let's get docked up.
Warp drive active.
Our personal assets. Inventory. Okay, what I need to do... I basically have 2 launchers, each with 20 missiles. That's 40 missiles. I should really only have like 400 of these. And then for these, 240 total,
Mission requested.
like 2,400 of those. Alright, and everything else we'll just leave in the station. So we've got like 10 reloads on all of our guns, if we need them, but we shouldn't. And that'll free up some cargo space. Okay, cool. And now, get a little bit of repairs going on. Can't repair all. Thank you. Alright, let's get our next mission. Alright, increasing reports of hostile activity within our borders. Cool, cool, cool. So we want to get this skill into light marine. It means we're probably gonna have to kill some people. Let's accept that and go have at it. So this time, I'll just go ahead and use the guns wherever it makes sense. So the drones have a range of 40 kilometers. The missiles have a range of like 20 kilometers. I mean, a little bit longer, but with the arc paths and stuff, basically 20. And then these have like 0 range at all. Optimal is 690 meters, and then fall off range is like 7,000. So if you're not right on top of them, these don't make a lot of sense. And those are more for like getting in nice and close to a battleship and just absolutely raining fire down upon it. Okay. Guess we'll launch this and start orbiting. I assume he'll show up here in a second. Love just waiting around for ships to show up. While I'm orbiting. See if we can reread the message here. There they are. Alright. Phone's out. Alright, someone's webbing me, which is fine, honestly. Okay, you can feel the wrath of my guns. Alright, so these basically gonna kill this guy, try to lure everyone else closer. Otherwise they will target my drones, which I do not want them doing. Plus they're kind of out of range. Yeah, I could do that. That's definitely an option. And I actually do use that trick in my Explorer and in my cargo ships with the giant secure containers when I have like smaller stuff to transport with that. It would be smart for this though, for sure. Okay, let's get the fighters back out, our drones back out, and get this guy because he's in range now. Honestly, I think we can probably kill them fast enough that they won't actually hurt the drones at all. Let's approach. And let's reload everything while we're just making our way over to these guys. But yeah, I actually have a small standard container blueprint for just that very trick. So I can make as many as I feel like I need. And I have made a ton already. Yeah, it definitely did attack one of my drones. Shields are slightly damaged. Hate that so much. The problem with using your drones for range, you can't like be their main target. So they do try to attack the drones. And sometimes they manage to hit, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. Back in the bag. Probably don't need that. Have to do a couple more repairs when we get back to the station. Top up the armor on that one guy. Yeah, I mean, using the guns obviously makes the whole process a little bit faster, but that's behind me, yes? Yeah. Until that's over here. And it's got 3 more wrecks to pull, so we've got time. This is kind of the downside of the slow sub-warp speed. You can't just zip around. One the nice thing about frigates is they just, even without afterburners or anything, they just go fast. Once you start getting into the bigger ships, not so much. That's okay though. I still like the bigger ships better. More fun to fly, in my opinion. So for me, the next step after the Arbitrator is going to be the Prophecy. That's the drone battle cruiser for LMR. Basically like a giant turkey as far as the profile. But I'm looking forward to getting into one. I think it'll be fun. So what we should have done at the last encounter, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is launched the mobile depot and just dumped all of our cargo into that, because it has 3,000 cubic meters of storage space. Scooped the MTU, then scooped the mobile depot, and just cherry-picked everything that we wanted out of the can that was left over. Ah, yes. Good hunt there, my friends. Even if the pod got away, like, that's still big money right there, so. Yes, very impressive. So, not only loot, but a lesson for the next encounter. And they say knowledge is the most valuable thing that you can gain, so there you go. I think that's everybody, honestly. Yeah, it's like you can have a strategy and prep all that you want. But as soon as you're in the heat of the moment, somehow like clicking your warp disruptor or whatever your or the warp core stabilizer or whatever you're trying to click or hit a keyboard shortcut for just becomes like super impossible. So, you know, best laid plans. But at least you have a plan, so that puts you ahead of a lot of people. Okay, so let's loot all of that. Let's scoop our MTU. And let's go turn in this mission. Stack everything in here. So yeah, dropping off the extra ammo we don't really need did help quite a bit. Not even giving me the, like, you're almost full warning. So that works. But yeah, that adrenaline rush can save your life in a lot of situations. But yeah, as far as like hitting keyboard keys and precise movements, not super helpful. Alright, let's unload here.
Always must we strive to show them our worth, for we are the chosen, blessed above. And only his exaltation to the faithful.
Alright. A Galente mining laser. Nice. 4 of them, actually. Don't know if those have any value at all. Probably not. But yeah. Alright, let's complete that. And let's request another mission. Legal activity number 2. Okay, investigate the site of the strange anomaly. Destroy any hostiles if you encounter them. With pleasure. Wait. Port. I need to repair first. Okay, now we're gonna dock. I know it's just like a little bit of armor damage, but it'll bother me if it's there, so. Yeah. Wait, can you not stack modules? I thought if they were packaged, you could stack them. So for stuff you pick up as loot, it might just be a question of repackaging them. Yeah, this was like 20 something AU away, which is good. We're going kind of above everything, but it's sort of an angled thing. So we'll see if this works as a deep safe or not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be nice, actually. That would be very nice, actually. Alright, so let's drop the MTU. Orbit that. And they've got a ways to go before they even get to me, so... Alright, that's the 6 closest ones. Yeah, I mean, just for, like, clearing up the clutter on the thing, that would be nice. Or, like, if you have multiple repair modules, or, yeah, like armor repair, shield repair modules. It'd be nice if you could stack those too. Also, I've noticed that mining lasers can't be stacked either, which I thought was strange because they're kind of like weapons in a way. So it'd be nice if you could like put those together. But I'm sure they have their reasons for not letting you do it. Alright, that guy almost got into missile range. Okay. Pull those in. That's a mission complete, apparently. Where does the acceleration gate go? Or is this not one that I can actually activate? I see, it's decorative. Gotcha. Alright, let's go open this. Okay. Not like the world's greatest loot, but we'll see what else is out there. Not like it was a hard mission or anything, so. While that is pulling stuff in, I kind of want to take a look at my standings. Oh, we're so close to unlocking level 3s, actually. I did not expect it to go that fast. When we started, we were like over here. So yeah, we're like right there. Might even unlock that tonight, which would be great. I kind of want to leave what's left, but like it seems like I'm getting tags from most of these wrecks, which is sort of worth waiting around for. Yikes. Solo kills are not a threat without 50 people in the fleet. I mean, typically, yes, that's probably true. And like, that's sort of me. I don't have any solo kills either. I don't do a lot of PvP stuff, so yeah, I think I have like 0. But that's okay. But yeah, I mean, the more PvP that people do, obviously, the better they're going to be at it. So it's something that I want to try, like the faction warfare stuff. I don't want to just like go hunting for random people necessarily. But yeah, I think doing some of the faction warfare stuff could be fun. And in that sense, maybe just doing some solo PvP in that arena would be enjoyable. I mean, it'd be fun to do some fleet stuff too, like small gang kind of stuff, but I mean, 2 trillion kills, that's a lot of kills. That's a lot of kills. Dang. How many of those do you think are MTUs? I guess that's the real question here. Yeah, no, I get that. I definitely get that. Okay. Yeah, so probably like big fleets going after big targets that can't run away. I know my corp's been dealing with like a black flag thing repeatedly for the past couple months. And it's kind of that thing. They just like war deck a high-sec corporation and sit there and hammer their stations for a while. That puts your kill board total pretty high pretty quick. But like, it's mostly just annoying for high-sec corps to deal with. They'll build a new station later, so it's pretty low risk, and you get a lot of value on the kill board by doing it. So no, I'm in a, it's actually kind of like a new player corporation, but they're based in high-sec and they do some wormhole operation stuff, which I haven't even gotten into yet. But like, part of me thinks it would be a lot of fun to do a null corp kind of thing. At the same time, like, there's a lot of like big group stuff, so I don't, and I do like to do a lot of the solo play kind of things, so I don't know that I would find it that satisfying. Alright, let's go ahead and dock up.
Warp drive active.
I do know that I would like to try the living in a wormhole thing at some point, so that is on my to-do list before I stop playing. Not that I plan on stopping playing like ever, but yeah, now that I've gotten comfortable going into wormholes and doing content in them, I would very much like to live out there for a little bit. I think it'd be fun.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Docking request.
the thing. Being solo gives you a lot more freedom as far as what you do and where you do it and who you do it to in some cases. I do like to do a lot of the industry stuff, and really that's kind of a grind if you don't have friends doing it with you, so in that case, I like the idea of the corporation thing. But yeah, as far as like PvP and stuff, I'd mostly, if I were going to do it, I would want to do like small gang or like solo, not giant things against like undefended targets. That doesn't seem like it'd be really that much fun. Yeah. Yep, that's it, pretty much. That's one of the reasons I went with the corp I did. They're just like a very casual, chill corporation. They very rarely boot people for inactivity. So I could go silent for a while and still be in the corporation when I came back. And I had another thing I was gonna say and it just totally slipped my mind. I hate that. I hate when that happens like so much. But no, they're a good group of people. And I like them a lot. Nice. Yeah, Signal Cartel does good work. Very, very honorable group. I thought about going that route when I was looking for a corporation for this character, but I wanted something a little bit more casual, so ultimately didn't. But yeah, I like what they do. Definitely respect there. And, you know, obviously doing wormhole content, like, you hear about Signal Cartel and the kind of work that they do, and it's hard not to appreciate it. Oh, we get to use the acceleration gate now. Good. Let's give that a shot. I don't think we got any kind of damage, so let's just go do this thing. Yeah, I've actually had a couple of people suggest Signal Cartel because I have a pretty, I wouldn't say like a strict non-violence policy, but generally I try not to attack people unless provoked. And I know that's one of their big things, so. But yeah, I like the groups that I'm with. They're good folks. Oh, there's small armies somewhere nearby. Alright, so let's go orbit this guy directly. Alright, we've got a storyline mission. Nice. Let's go open cargo. Burn should be coming back in. Oh, wait, is this? 15 km. Well, let's close that distance just a touch faster. Alright, let's let drift take care of the best. Let's loot and activate the kit. I assume that's the key for the gate. I thought perhaps.
Warp drive active.
Oh, nice. That would be handy for sure. And yeah, whenever you get used to using a tool or a resource and then like you don't have it available anymore, that's definitely tough. Alright, let's launch this. Get ourselves in a nice little orbit here. Definitely activate the hardener. And let's start targeting some stuff. Specifically these turrets first. And we'll look at the frigates. Alright, buddy. I'm getting the guns. And we can have the missiles and the drones for now. Alright. Get the drones in. Destroy all drones in the vicinity, or all enemies in the vicinity. Well, that should be fun. Head down this way, I guess. Yeah, ratting and like running missions both help with that quite a bit. Let's see, like mine is 0.4. I think it was 0.3 when we started the stream tonight, so I know that doesn't seem all that fast, but it does help. And then you have the social skills. That's a standing thing. These might all be standing things. I thought there was one in here that like helped your security status, but I could be wrong. And I don't want to give out misinformation. So just check the social skills and see what they all do. I know at the very least the criminal connections thing helps your standing so that you can re-enter Empire space. Or not criminal connections, but diplomacy. I think it's called the diplomacy skill. And yeah, which I don't have access to as an alpha, but yeah, I thought one of them did help with that, so there you go. These guys are like way far away. I really just like stubbornly refused to pay for the subscription. I know it's not that expensive, but if nothing else, I figure I'll try and get all of the skills that I can as an alpha, as far as like skill point investments and all that kind of stuff before I officially upgrade. But I am like working on buying some Plex so I can actually upgrade when there's a good deal for it too. Like when they did the 7 days of Omega thing, I bought that because I had the Plex for it, and even 7 days is better than 0 days. I also feel like it's just like a fun challenge, working around things that you could normally just like have Omega stuff for. So for instance, like I like to do mining, but really the best mining ship for an alpha is the Venture, and you can't get into like mining barges or exhumers at all. So the only way to improve on the Venture is to go kind of old school and set up a battleship for mining, which I 100% did. I only use it in like fleets and stuff when it's like safe to bring it out, or safer. Nothing's really safe per se, but and the cargo bay is so much smaller than even what is available on a Venture, so like the Orca compression is like super important. But it is really fun to roll up to a mining site in a battleship and just like have 8 lasers going on a rock at the same time. And it's something you really don't see because anyone who's Omega is not doing that. They're just getting a mining barge like a reasonable person. So that's kind of how I look at it. And it occurs to me that I can actually start like targeting and shooting these guys, so let's do that. Yeah, and I mean that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't know if I'll ever like push myself to make enough to like sustain it every month, because I know it kind of turns the game into a job, and I'm not looking to do that necessarily. But I don't mind like just earning enough to grab it like 1 out of every 3 months or something. Yeah, that's true. All right. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. And like I'm technically an affiliate, so one of the things I could spend what I make from here on is getting an Omega subscription for the game. I think that'd be a reasonable use of those funds. And I might end up doing that. I mean, no, I get that. Anytime that you just like repeatedly die doing something, it just takes the fun out of it. For sure, so. And like mining is one of those things, like I find it calming. I don't know that it's super profitable or anything. And I like to do industry stuff, so I'll mine my own resources to do the industry stuff, which makes it a little bit more profitable than if you're just doing it to sell the ore or the minerals. But yeah, if I was repeatedly, like the last time I played, before I like left and came back, I was getting harassed while I was mining, and that's kind of what turned me off and made me want to leave in the first place. So yeah, anytime you're just struggling with something,
The command to a drone requires you to
I just want them to come in. Okay, don't need a target. I just want them to come in. All right, let's go take care of these guys. Well, these guys I can lock from here. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if you're not paranoid while you're doing it, you're pretty much doing it wrong. Or, you know, not wrong necessarily, but like, just don't expect to survive forever. Yeah, like even when I'm mining in high sec, like I'm watching local and my overview to see if anything's coming on grid. Like I'm on D-scan, like literally wormhole level paranoia, just to make sure that I'm good. And like when random people hop into my system, I'm like, why are you here? And if like I can't seem to see a valid reason for them to be there pretty quick, then I'm just out of there. Yeah, basically, like, if I'm in a belt and you warp in a combat ship, I don't care who you are or why you're there. I'm leaving. Like, whatever ore is there is just not worth sticking around for. Yeah. no, I feel that. But generally, if I know someone else is in system, I'm also not sticking around. I mean, a lot of times that means the system's pretty much exploited anyway. So there's not much profit in sticking around. How far is my thing? Oh, good. So these would be in range. Let's make our way over that way. Turn that off. But yeah, like, yeah, it's risky to be there with other people. And the couple times that I've had really close calls with like people showing up on grid is when I've ignored that rule and stayed in systems where I knew other people were. So generally speaking, I wouldn't advise that. Unless you're looking for a fight, in which case there's always the chance that you could bait them. There's the old adage, never trust a heron. And there's a reason for that. Yeah, people can do some crazy things and get you with it, so. It's actually pretty impressive what kind of combat capability you can get out of a heron, so props to the people that can pull it off. Yeah, it really isn't. Like, it's... You warp in, you think you're going for an unarmed explorer, and it's just not what you're getting. So... I guess it pays to be over-prepared for that situation. Coming in like a T3 cruiser or something. But I mean, if they're there, like if they're ready for you, that still might not even be enough. It just depends on the person and how they pilot, really. Load while we're flying. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, people can do the same thing to you in Adventure, because it has turret slots and a drone bay, so you can warp in thinking you're getting a miner and you end up with a banana bomber instead. So yeah, even as the hunter, it's not like safe necessarily. But I mean, that's kind of the fun of the game, right? There were just like completely safe areas and you never had to worry about anything, then like, where's the conflict? Why are you even playing the game? Like, technically right now I should be descanning. Like, I'm not far enough away from everything to like be unnoticed. Yeah, I honestly don't know much about the Sino stuff, like at all. So yeah, if anyone watching knows about it and wants to educate us, that would be fantastic. But otherwise, something I gotta research. I'm sure they're cool. Like, everything I research in this game is like super cool. But yeah, it's just one of those things, one of those knowledge gaps, like I just haven't even looked at yet. Yeah, my most recent rabbit hole with the game was the planetary industry stuff. So during my 7 days of Omega, I got some of that going, and I had a good time with it. Didn't like make a ton of money, but it was fun. And then like when I started going wormholes, I'm looking for a new thing. Like, is this wormhole a potential PI thing next time that I'm Omega? So, something to consider. Oh, jeez. Well, that seems a little silly. Like, I get it for the... It makes a lot of sense for, like, the nullsec war stuff. But, like, to use it to gank one ship seems a little silly. Maybe that's just me, but... Like, if you need 10 friends to take on one other ship of, like, approximate or lower class than yours, I'd... Like, why? Just... I mean, it's not like you permanently die when you die. I don't know, I just don't feel like that would be fun. And, like, it's good to stack odds in your favor, and I get that kind of thing. And, like, with faction warfare stuff, like, I can understand why you'd take a group of, like, 2 or 3 to chase off, like, 1 or 2 people. And, like, there's more of you than helps you capture the things and whatever. And that's, like, a warfare situation, so, like, I get that. But, like, just... taking on one random person that's probably not prepared for even one of you, let alone like 10 of you, that seems silly. Well, you would hope there's a downside to that, yes, certainly, because that's a little crazy if there isn't. I guess it'd be useful to know what ships can do it, because I think there's a limited number of small ships that can deploy those. And so if you see those ships just sitting somewhere that look vulnerable, then you'd have a better idea that you might be getting baited into something. So if you chose to go in anyway, at least you'd be a little bit more aware of what you're getting into, potentially. But yeah, I see a value and a purpose for the technology, and I think just hunting solo people with your gang of 10 buddies seems like an abuse of the system. I mean, I guess it's valid if you want to do it, and that's fun for you, but I really don't know why that would be fun. Okay, Black Ops, Runners, Covert Ops, and Prospect, Stealth Bombers, and Force Recon. Okay. That's actually kind of a large pool. Yeah, that seems like a lot of vessels for that. The Prospect is an interesting one. Like, I get why you'd want that, so that you can kind of scout a system and then warp your mining fleet in from, like, their safe staging area. But yeah, it really would look like just a vulnerable target, essentially. And those are so far away. I'm tempted to scoop after this one comes in and just let everything else be a loss. Or fly out there directly myself, but... I know that takes 1 minute to deploy. The other two take 10 minutes. Oh, okay. Oh, that's how long they last. Okay. I feel like you could get a lot of ships through even in just a minute. Let alone 10 minutes. Like, good lord. How many ships could you move in 10 minutes? There's this. Oh, geez. There's so many wrecks left. Yeah, I think when this one pulls in, we're just gonna scoop and move on to the next thing here. In fact, we might not even wait for that. We're just gonna leave those. That's a good thought. I can't wait for it. It'd be like the rest of the stream just waiting for Rex to get pulled in by the MTU. And I'm not here for it. And nothing I'm getting is that good that I need to sit there and wait for it. I mean, I got some soil, so that's awesome, but yeah.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Like, honestly, I'd just rather run an extra mission than waste on all that stuff. Maybe if I was, like, not streaming, I'd just wait for it, but can't do it right now. Gotta be in the right mood. But the other thing that I could potentially do, like if I wasn't on stream, is I could... My salvage ship is like a magnate, and it has a micro warp drive on it, so I can get out to that stuff fast. So that would be an option. Is just like not bringing it in and just grabbing it with my salvage ship later. But yeah, I'm not up for it tonight. Okay, so now let's finish this up. Plus I want to get in so I can get this extra 163. Okay, close. Yes, we have access to level 3 missions officially. And we have a storyline mission, which is actually a distribution mission, but it does help your standings quite a bit to run these, so. Okay, small cargo. I could do it in this ship. And who is this for? Imperial shipment storage. Okay, I mean, we can accept that. So we need to set the destination here. I see. We actually need to go here first in order to actually accept the mission. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I think they're the other... That's our Shapur. Yeah, Imperial Shipment. So they're the other corporation in here. And I forgot to repair my drone. Dang it. I guess when we dock up where we're going, we can do that.
Warp drive active.
Actually, also go ahead and turn these off for now. Just in case we have long jumps or anything. There we go. Those suck up a lot of the capacitor energy and put it into shields instead, which is good for when you're in combat, but like when you're traveling, it's less good. So that's one of the reasons we bring the mobile depot. So when we get to our mission area or close to it, we can online those once the capacitor is back up to a decent amount. Before we accept the mission, we are going to repair. Alright, so let's accept this. So pickup is here. Set destination.
Warp drive active.
Transaction and salary logs. That's going to be a fun read for whoever's getting those.
Warp drive active.
Alright, we'll look at the standings thing. Yeah, officially. Level 3 missions are now open to us, at least for our Shipora family. Which is kind of awesome. We can actually start running level 3s now. And this mission should just boost that up quite a bit. That's the great thing about the storyline missions, is they just like shoot your standings up pretty quick. Yeah, so if you're looking for an easy way to grind up standings, the distribution missions are usually pretty easy. And the storylines are often distribution missions, so yeah, I mean, they're not the most entertaining thing, but you like put something in your cargo hold and fly it somewhere else, and then like you complete the mission, and that's kind of that. And then I forget how many it is specifically. It's like every 15 or 20 missions that you do, you get a storyline mission, and that pushes your standings up even further than like the regular missions do.
Docking request accepted.
So if you can get yourself a decently fast cargo ship, and for like level 1 and 2 missions, you really don't need much storage space for it at all. Yeah, you can run that pretty fast. Okay, so this is the pickup location. Now, we need to go back to the drop-off location. Yeah, that's true. And honestly, like, I've done them and they're interesting. I guess you can kind of get into a rhythm and see how fast you can go. And rather than go back to the same agent every time, I guess you could see what distribution agents are available at the station you are delivering to. And like run their mission and just kind of see where you end up at the end of the day. So that could be fun too, but yeah, I really like the freighters in the game, and I don't know why. Like, I know they're huge, ginormous targets, and they're outrageously slow and whatever, but like something about them, it speaks to me. Obviously, like, I'd have to be Omega to fly them, but they're super cool, and specifically the Amar one. It looks so good. Which I know is strange. But yeah, like, I've always thought that they have the nicest looking freighter. And I guess now they have the Upwell ones, so you can get ones with guns on them too, if you really want to. But yeah, it'd be cool to just move a bunch of bulk cargo for somebody. I've always thought so. I've even gone so far as to design a skin R for my metamorphosis that makes it look like an Amar ship. There's no way I'm spending Plex to render it right now, but eventually, when I just have crazy cash and nothing else to do with it, definitely gonna do that. And we'll probably kind of do the same treatment for any ship that I fly. That's kind of like it was captured by the Empire and pushed into service, but like they just painted their colors on it first. As far as the payment stuff goes, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they get either all of the money or like most of the money. But the skin Rs are created by players, yes.
Docking permission requested. Docking
So it's just like a
accepted.
new segment of the market that they introduced recently. So for all the artistic folks out there, it's something else you can do and still participate in the market of Eve in a meaningful way. I think it's pretty cool. The editor's a little hard to navigate, in my opinion, but I haven't played with it for that long, so it might be easier once you're like really used to it, as most things are. Alright, so let's go ahead and complete the mission. Yeah, no problem. So now, let's go back to where we started. But yeah, I think it's cool. I know a lot of people had issues with like certain things not rendering correctly and whatnot. I haven't noticed any of that, but I really didn't look into, like, I didn't really touch it or mess with it at all until they kind of had everything worked out, or at least seemed like they had everything worked out. So but it's definitely like a vanity thing. Just if you want your ships to look a certain way, and you can afford it, then there you go. Although I guess, you know, corps can also do skins that are like for their corporation, so in that sense, not so much a vanity thing as a like easy identification thing. Although at some of the ranges that combat takes place in this game, I doubt you'd be able to see the colors on the ship necessarily.
Warp drive active.
Nice. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That's one of the ships I need to make an Amar skin for, I think, because I don't think one exists yet. Like the Venture, they have the Amarian industrial livery skin, and it basically makes it look like an Amar ship, but like a little dirtier.
Docking permission
But
requested.
it's pretty cool. But a lot of other ships don't have that kind of stuff, so
Docking request accepted.
yeah, for the stuff that I intend to use, I'll probably eventually make skins for those too. They're real simple though, like a couple layers and like some detail stuff. It's not like, I know a lot of people go crazy with like stacking patterns and moving things and resizing things, and you can make some really complex stuff in there and get some really cool looking stuff out of it. All right, we've got about 15 minutes. I really want to try a level 3 mission since we're here, so like let's jump in the fitting window and re-enable our relays, because I have a feeling for level 3 we might want them. And let's see what they have for us. Slaves must be returned. Great. I'm enforcing slavery as my first level 3 mission. Love that. Okay, so destroy freedom fighters and their commander. Bring slaves back to your agent. Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's go. First level 3 mission on this character.
Active.
Should be fun. That is how far away? 14.4, and yeah, just in the wrong direction for our needs, so not so much. Okay, launch myself. Our orbit going. Alright, drones back in. Switch to mediums. I like that they have the like the staticky comm chatter in the background when you're in the combat stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Seems a little less realistic when you're down to one person though. Like, who are they talking to? Still fun though. That's fair. Alright, gonna have to turn off the micro warp drive. Oh no, afterburner. Turn off the afterburner. Alright, we'll turn this off as well. I think we already said to have the drones come back, but just in case, I'll issue the command again. And let's open the container here and see what we've got. Okay, well there's 20 of the slaves. We'll grab those. Need 50, I think, total. Now, before I turn this mission in, I kind of want to see... Okay, so it's not really visible here, but... I want to see what impact the one storyline had. Can't really tell from that bar, though, necessarily. See if my security status went up at all. Not really. My Imperial shipments thing should have gone up some. Without having anything to compare it to. Okay. Yep. There's the rest of the slaves. Not enough cargo space for the slaves, is why we're here. So and all the wrecks are in. Like I said, we're going to deploy this. That's what I should have done the first time we ran into this situation. Honestly, that might give us enough room for the slaves anyway. Probably won't be able to scoop this. Yeah. The irritating thing about this is you have to wait for it to fully deploy before you can like jam stuff in it. That said, that's still faster than waiting for like more jet cans to load into the tubes or whatever it said it was doing. Okay, so now we can open cargo here. We're going to take all of this, shove it into the mobile depot. Basically all the stuff that we don't need, don't use, we're going to put in there for now. Alright, so we have our mission item and our ammo. Then we need to scoop our MTU. still not enough cargo space. Cool. Love that. Okay, so we're gonna bookmark it and come back, I guess. Because I don't see any other way to accomplish that. Let's save the location. Yeah. Don't love it, but there you go. And we'll obviously grab as much from the depot as we can, since we scoop the depot. No. We'll also leave the depot and just grab it when we come back.
Warp drive active.
I guess it does, yeah. They leave them because they can't fit them, and then they forget to bookmark them and don't know how to scan them back down, or don't have the skills to make it happen. So full circle, all makes sense.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, so a lot of what we're carrying here needs to go into the item hanger. Alright, so let's pull up our locations. I'm not even going to turn this in until we get our MTU and our mobile depot back.
Warp drive active.
Like, I do not want to forget them out there. Otherwise, Sluggo Boy here is gonna go hunt them down. And we don't need that. Alright, let's keep this guy. And we'll scoop this. Now we can go back.
Warp drive active.
And yeah, we'll turn in our mission and call it a night, because we're about there for time tonight. And sometime tomorrow or the next day, we'll work on carting all of the random pickups and stuff that we got tonight over to the other station. Get it all organized in containers and what have you.
Permission requested. Docking request accepted.
But yeah, I'm relatively happy with what we managed to do tonight. We got our standings up high enough to run level 3 missions, which has been the goal for kind of a while. So we're going to complete our mission here. Thought I was a goner. Okay. Yep, no problem. We're gonna close that. And there we go. So yeah, it definitely has. Appreciate you hanging out and chatting. Sundays are usually very quiet on the chat front, so I always appreciate it when the viewers engage in conversation. I know it's not everyone's thing, but yeah, it does make the evening more fun, in my opinion. So a cool 3.8 million worth of random crap in the item hanger here, so nothing too grand or whatnot, but I mean, it's something. So alright, it's been fun. I think we are going to go ahead and set up a raid, so let me see who all is on. If any of the people I'm actually following are on. Yes, in fact, we have the perfect person to go raid right now. Serpent Power. I don't know if any of you have heard of them. Probably, because they're a little bit better known than I am. But yeah, we'll drop in on them here. Alright, as always,
Yeah, we deliver is
just be
actually
good
pretty
raiders.
good. Hadn't been
Follow if you haven't followed yet.
Oh, dude,
And,
this Ishtar is on. He's on.
Yeah, just
red
be nice, friendly,
for
all that
his
stuff.
fucking,
But
tether.
thank you guys for watching.
In the ass rouse.
And
Sorry,
I
man.
want to hit him so bad.
Oh, wait.
that'll
I'm gonna
conclude
get
my
fucked
stream.
by this
So
ass rouse.
Pastor, what's up, dude?
appreciate it,
It's like
and
the fourth time you raised
see you
me,
later.
man. What's up, man?
Maybe give someone else your bonds.
Thank you so
before
much,
you
dude.
join.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue on.
Just docked.
What's up, Sluggy boy?
Yeah.
Oh no, I just jumped. Don't worry.
So, we're in a fleet with with a viewer and his
Gila.
buddies.
Yeah, between 10 and 14. Yep, rally
And,
point. TMR. Go.
We've taken several ESSs off.
A1.
ATEC
I don't know
1.
about several, but like 2.
In what?
I guess that's several. It's more than 1. Wait, so where are these guys going, dude? Just ESS on
Yeah,
deck.
he's here.
Thanks again for the raid, man.
His drones can't keep up. You could actually
Pastor
solo
can.
that.
Point.
You should try to solo it, Dane.
Point on Gila.
Hey, I just did some
Orbital,
machine tonight,
just
but
keep
always
shooting
glad
them.
to drop it
Yeah.
after. Thanks again, man.
I've soloed Gila's
What kind of missions do you do? I think we talked about this before.
because it's cap stable and like, just eventually.
Wasn't it Sisters of Eve or something? I don't remember.
Well, it will die eventually, but it'd be more fun for everyone to get on the kill, right?
Yeah, we're
So, yeah, it's quad shield extended.
Alright, we're going
warp.
fast, dude.
Super
Normally I
power.
don't warp straight to a gate, but I think they're ahead of me, so they would have said something if there was
So
someone at
we're
the
in
gate.
A-1 here. If you warp to me when you get here, we've got Gila pointed.
He has his drones up, but he's not targeting anything.
still his sound hasn't gone, so he's still jerking off.
alright, like I said, guys, thanks
No,
for
he just
watching,
put 'em out.
and
Okay.
we'll see you this coming Thursday. Or no, Wednesday. We do Wednesdays now, so
Wait, drones,
until then.
drones.
Just give me
Blessing.
some standing.